Welcome to Sheri-Fun Vibe, the place for travel tips, news, deals, specials, and fun, fun, fun. You know I love Norwegian. You know I love everything Norwegian. And we're sailing away to Alaska in 2019 of August. And I cannot wait to welcome you aboard. Now, for a lot of us in the Caribbean, Alaska seems so far-fetched, but the views, the naturalness, the beauty of Alaska is second to none. And it's one of the most unspoiled, untouched areas remaining on the planet. And so I invite you to suit up, gear up, get ready, because Norwegian has a limited time $1 US deposit going now. And what a better time to deposit on your Alaska cruise. Remember, we're sailing Alaska the 25th of August 2019 for 7 nights, and it's just $1 down, people. You should be putting down your $1 deposit today. So call me for your Alaska sailing. Share fantastic travels and resorts. We're kicking it up a notch, or maybe two. We're taking you from the warm Caribbean shores into the belleza, into what is absolutely phenomenal, absolutely 180 degrees from our normal. Alaska in the summer of 2019. Take a look at all that there is to offer in Ketchikan, in Juneau, in Skagway. Oh, you are going to love it. Share Fantastic Travels and Resorts Limited, Sailing Alaska 2019. We're all about the fun. Ciao for now.
Skagway is really built around the railroad. We're a railroad town, and when people come here, they come to ride the train. We offer a number of different train rides. My particular train, the Fraser train, goes 27.7 miles from Skagway to Fraser, BC. And that's about a 3-hour round trip. Every day is a different day out. We see the vegetation change from sea level to timberline. We see different animals moving along, and I just love to show this country off to our guests. We combine tours with a railroad experience, and it's fantastic.
Robert Service, the poet from the days of the gold rush, wrote about the spell of the Yukon, meaning the spell that this place casts over people. People are always really excited and really happy to have just gotten off the train and experienced one of the most unique things that they can in Alaska. And then for them to get on the motor coach with me and see something completely different, it's like giving them a whole new experience from the one that they just received. When you couple that with the suspension bridge, which extends out over one of the most beautiful rivers you will ever see, then it just becomes an exclusive, magnificent combination.
We have a 5-hour Jeep tour from historic Skagway to the Yukon Territory. And along the way, we'll be talking about the gold rush history, the history of the area. We also stop in the town of Carcross, which boasts the Yukon's oldest active general store, post office, hotel, and church. Every minute of this trip is another photo stop. Go out and see everything from the mountains to the lakes to the fog rolling over the mountains. There's beautiful pictures everywhere.
We want to see what's behind the curtain wherever we go in the world. Whether it's London, Paris, Rome, Beijing, or Skagway, you want to know what makes a place tick. I know I do when I go traveling somewhere. That's what I want to give a visitor. This is the oldest city tour in Alaska, but it tells the inside story of the town from the perspective of the people who've lived here. A lot of towns that are like this across Alaska are abandoned piles of fallen down gray lumber. They don't exist anymore. How did Skagway stay? We tell you why and how.
The reason that Skagway exists is because of the gold rush. And if you want to learn about the Klondike Gold Rush, the Klondike Goldfields is the place you should be.
What we've created here at the Dredge is the ultimate family experience. We have actual Iditarod dogs, and we hook the dogs up so people can see what they can do. It's also very hands-on, so a little boy or a little girl holding one of the puppies really makes it all worthwhile.
Dyersville is actually a reproduction of what the area was like during the gold rush. We do have the best show in Dyersville. It's the only show in Dyersville. Fellas that have been cooking here, most of them have been doing it for a number of years, and they've got it right down to a science. To learn a little bit, laugh a little bit, and have a good meal while you're at it.
You might walk into a jewelry store and you had no idea that back in 1898 it was a brothel here in Skagway. This is a walking tour of Skagway, but we hit the outskirts, we'll hit the back alleys. This is not a movie set that you're stepping onto. This is genuine Alaska from 1898, and our guests leave feeling like they've really stepped back in time and they can get a real taste of what it was like.
All in all, this is a great tour. It's just a beautiful environment to get to know. With this tour, you get a chance to see an awful lot of the diversity that we have on this island. You have beautiful mountains, an ocean right here in front, great diversity in our culture here. I'm going to take you on a city loop, show you some of the highlights of the sights that we have here in the city. From there, after we go out to Saxon Native Village, where I'm going to teach you about Native history, about Native culture, about living in a clan house, and we're going to tell some totem stories and teach you about the different types of totems. We're going to take you over to the salmon ladder. A series of steps that go up where the waterfall is helps the salmon climb the creek. And of course, we're going to also take you to Creek Street. 23 brothels there on the creek at one time. And the guests really love this tour because all you get to see and do in such a quick time in a relaxed atmosphere riding on the fun little trolley.